We all know LEGO Star Wars for the actual products and sets that get released through numerous waves several times a year, as well as through the occasional game that gets released from time to time. Some of the lesser known LEGO Star Wars projects include animated series and former product commercials, but what happens when Star Wars projects go wrong and we end up with something like this to something like this? Hey everyone, Logan here, and if you thought this series couldn't get weirder, then you've thought wrong. In the last video, we took a look at Revenge of the Brick, which premiered back in 2005, and was a perfect example at a failed attempt of what happens when you go too realistic with LEGO, as the characters ended up looking more like humanoid Mega Bloks figures. Once again, the videos throughout this series are just ones that I remember from my childhood, or that I found along the way, so if you have any suggestions for potential videos in this series, let me know down below in the comments. The next video we'll be taking a look at today is the quest for R2-D2 from 2009, which was right in the middle of the Clone Wars era for LEGO. Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise that something from the traumatizing era of Clone Wars faces would make its way into this series, and that a lot of people are rather indifferent when it comes to the Clone Wars era that LEGO had from about 2007 all the way until 2014. Even though there's a lot to discuss surrounding this strange era for LEGO Star Wars, when you combine the character designs with animation, you end up getting a video somewhat like this. The quest for R2-D2 was originally created by M2 Film and was produced for LEGO but released on Cartoon Network once again, much like Revenge of the Brick was back in 2005 upon release. Overall, I would say that the animation of this video is way more tolerable than Revenge of the Brick was, but ultimately I'll leave that up to everyone down below in the comments. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to play the whole video due to copyright, so we're going to have to stick to mainly screenshots, but there's a link down below in the description that will take you to the original video if you want to check it out for yourself. But be advised, the video has been known to cause nightmares. The quest for R2-D2 was able to blend both realism with LEGO much better than Revenge of the Brick was able to do, but still isn't as good as what we've gotten in LEGO Star Wars games, especially when compared to the complete Saga, which released a few years prior in 2007. Although the graphics are pretty good for the most part, there's still a lot of weird textual designs and facial expressions that the characters make that are downright creepy. It seems like most people weren't and aren't fans of the Clone Wars era of LEGO Star Wars, and this video doesn't help it either. Personally, I stopped collecting LEGO Star Wars sets around the time of the Clone Wars because I didn't like what LEGO was producing in terms of both the sets and the minifigures. I do, however, remember owning Anakin Jedi Starfighter, but really disliked vehicles such as the Twilight, which was just an overall boring design. Unsurprisingly, there's also a lot of promotional material scattered throughout, including the sets available during the video's release, but we also get a look at Skywalker World in the end. Now, Skywalker World was a tease for what I believe was the basis of what George Lucas wanted to create many years ago in terms of a Star Wars theme park, which was completely different from what Disney decided to do with Galaxy's Edge. Instead of focusing on one world and time era, the Star Wars theme park would have instead incorporated numerous planets across the first two trilogies. Another more hidden promotion for LEGO Star Wars sets that were available back in 2009 can be found at the carnival as part of Skywalker World. More likely than not though, this was done to subconsciously have kids beg their parents for those sets that were promoted. Overall, even though the plot line of this video is just as random as Revenge of the Brick was, I guess you could argue that Revenge of the Brick did a better job at tying into Episode 3 than the quest for R2-D2 did with tying into the Clone Wars show at that time. Nonetheless, it's just as disturbing, especially when the characters smirk, fully utilizing those bulging Clone Wars style eyes. Even though today was another semi-short video, it's still fun to look at some of the stuff that LEGO used to release years ago, considering most of the videos they do release now are only on YouTube. All in all though, I'd recommend checking out the original video for yourself, and if you have any other videos or topics that you want me to react to, or that should be included in this series, let me know down below as well. Thanks for watching everyone, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.